Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Good morning. Hope you're keeping well. Today we have some streamage. We're going to be flying in the Black Square Caravan Professional. Actually doing some real world routing for the old FedEx feeder aircraft. So we're going to be starting off here at Sawyer's and rambling down. Me lights are shined. Rambling to places, you know, to see things and stuff. But I hope you're keeping well as I fix buttons. Why is that console shagged? We've broken something. Hang on. Will this button fix it? Everything starts off grand until suddenly it doesn't, you know. Yeah, that's better. Right, anyway. How are you getting on? The day before we go to VatSim weekend. Right, I was chatting with the lads this morning. I was trying to get work done this morning, but you can't with them lot, you know. Getting ourselves organised for the flying and the stuff. Adam can't find his passport. Muse is trying to bring a pool cue. Terrible stuff. Terrible. But it's all sorted now. It's going to be grand. Right. And yes, very much looking forward to it. Going to be leaving Tipperary tomorrow morning at around 6:30 in the morning. That's my plan. As I drive up towards Dublin. And Friday morning traffic, like, do you know? So, yeah, planning to be in the airport for probably, I suppose, 9:30ish. Right, and we'll see how the day transpires after that. Do you know? But I hope you've been enjoying the Caravan. It's a great airplane. So we're going to be working some flights this morning with OnAir as we do some cargo flights. As it's currently 12 degrees in Tipperary, it's to get up to 17 degrees today. 17 degrees, which is well. So bring it on, I say. Bring it on. I've yet to do packing. It's been ordered for you. Oh, good man. Good stuff. Was wondering about that. A red carpet, you see. But yeah, I didn't... I haven't packed yet. I've certain things kind of ready to be packed, you know, like electronic devices, but it'd be grand. I'll just throw an out shirt into the bag shirt. So just bring yourself. It'll be grand. But yes, so we're going to be flying Ryanair tomorrow, 12 or 12:30, Dublin over to Amsterdam, and then we're picking up a car, and then we'll drive to where we need to get to. So I can't wait. It's going to be brilliant. But we'll see how we all get on. I'm having issues on my system. With the Crystal Super. Crystal Light is working just fine. Now, Pimax have incredible support. They're coming at me from all angles, like try this, do that, try the other. Don't know if anyone else had any issues. It could be unique because, well, the rig that I have, it'll be kind of hard to diagnose with many other people, especially with the setup. But the headset itself is working. I can work it in Steam VR. I can work it in anything. I work it in X-Plane. But as soon as I click on Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 in VR mode, the sim crashes. Very strange. No idea what it is. So, yeah, we're trying to figure that one out. I did, however, use a bit of the Crystal Light because I wanted, you know, it's all about comparing. Is this going to be the hardware you want to be upgrading to? And well, straight away, like the clarity. I don't know how they've managed it, but the clarity. And with the Super, coming down the track is going to be those OLED screens. It's going to be absolutely insane. Do you know? So we'll see what happens. I need to do a bit more testing on it. Do you know? But I just don't have the time. Right. We're here today. We're doing a VatSim flight tonight. We're going to prep for that later on. That's flying out of LaGuardia over to O'Hare. That's going to be a flight. And then tomorrow we're off to the Netherlands. We're there Friday, Saturday. We're home Sunday. I'll be home Sunday night. Monday morning, I have to get up and I have to make a video. We're streaming Monday night. Tuesday, I don't know what my plan will be yet for Tuesday. I probably need to finish a little bit early. Right, because I'm flying out on Wednesday, so I have to pack. And like I'm going away for a couple of weeks, so I need to pack. So we'll see what happens. Murph, that doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. I'm as lost as anyone else is. Do you know? We will get to the bottom of it though, because all that's coming up in the sim, if you go into the event viewer, it's an access violation. So I have no idea what it is. No idea. You name it, I've tried it. I've turned off the eye tracking. I've uninstalled Toby, any sort of OpenXR, Steam XR, friggin' Hags, right? Turned off hardware accelerated GPU scheduling. What else did I do? reinstalled the sim, checked the files of the sim, tried it on a different build of the sim that I use for testing betas. What else did I do? I did loads of stuff. Still nothing. Just sim crashes. Gone. Finished. And I wouldn't mind, but like it is working on the likes of X-Plane, so I might have to do it with X-Plane. Very strange though, you know. And the fact that the crystal light works, no idea. So we'll have to wait and see. Where is this now? So yeah, this aircraft, we're actually going to use live time and live weather for this one, right? Early morning here in the United States, just to see how it all, you know, behaves. Because, well, these kind of cargo feeder aircraft, and I'm going to go on to Flight Radar, we'll have a look. These things, like, you know, they're in operation, the airframes are in operation since the late 80s. And they're still going. So like that, if that isn't a testament to how good these aircraft are, I couldn't tell you. But yes, it's all part of it. But anyway, friends, listen, it's a Thursday. It's the day before Friday. It's sunny outside, clear blue skies, and it's currently 12 degrees, and it's to get up to 17. As nice as it is outside, we're going to stay inside with artificial lighting, you know, where it's safe. And, well, that's what we're going to do. So, who's here, look? A very good morning. Crafty Tigers, welcome in. Fierce Wolf, looking fierce and wolfy. Welcome aboard, buddy. Mrs. TPHI, good morning to her. Who's upside down is she? Hope you're well. Malky Mac is here. How are you, buddy? The Boise, hope all is well. Super P Potato, welcome in. It's too much to handle. The Irish lilt. Wait, what? Lilt. Do you remember cans of Lilt? Petrolhead, good morning to you. Crackers in the house. Hope all is well. Boise, thank you for 10 in a row, man. Fran Flights is here. Very good morning. Mac Vision is here. Nerf my age. How are you getting on? You're looking well, buddy. Willow, how much? Good morning. Flying Winnebago has rambled aboard. Happy Thursday. 98 Vulcan, good morning. And, well, 80 streams in a row, man. Thank you very, very much. Where is this now? Hope I learn how to start this beauty right. We'll give it a blast and see what happens. Spitfire RAF 100 is in the chat. A very good morning to you. Hope you're well. Who's going to Lelystad the weekend? Right, it's going to be brilliant. Idle Cutoff, Cambridge calling. Hello from Tipperary. Good to see you, buddy. Stu Snape is here. Good morning, Stu. He says, how are you, Murph? I hope you're well. My Stream Deck XL Plus was meant to be dispatched today, but it's actually getting delivered today. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man, I need to get one of those. Right. Buttons of more switches and things you can throw anything at, but they look class. Stu, you're going to love it. The Impossible Phase, good morning. Figured you'd be after brushing up in your Dutch. Oh, yes, indeed. No. Be grand, though. You know, be fine. Gibbo is fluent. He'll look after us. He won't say anything stupid to me to say to someone else at all. No. He'd be grand. Say this, Murph. Yeah. Norse Viking, hope you're well. Now, let me see. Bellbro is here. Hope all is well with you. Top of the morning. But yes, Murph, has the tape stretched on your intro music? It could be just... Sometimes Twitch does that. When I'm playing music, it sounds a bit kind of... It sounds fine for other people, but if you hear it happening, just hit now refresh. But yes, Kill Switch, good day to you. Jaken's dad is here. How are you? Home Wrecker, welcome in. God bless all of this room, for it is a day of the sunshine. Good morning. Hope you're well. Sean Game is here. Just Roy, top of the morning to you. He says, hello, Murph and chat. I just took off at the A346 out of Amsterdam for a test flight. Oh, it's nice, Roy. Yeah, it's very nice. Sim Guy is here. Good morning. Febro, hope all is well. Good morning. Was it Damson Aiden? Damson, ladies and gentlemen, what is it? Damson Aiden? Balls, I forget it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's like Damson and something. Yeah, right. Do you know, we'll get there. But guten Morgen. Hope all is well. I'll learn a bit of Dutch now, lads. We'll be flying, you know. Damson Heren. Yes, Damson Heren. Guten Morgen. Brilliant. Right, we're learning Dutch. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. The things you learn here on a stream, do you know? Kubi Montana, good morning. Awash is here, welcome in. Dave Cleary, legend Dave. Welcome in, Dave. Now, let me see. Just some dude. Welcome in. Oh, Heron. Yes, Damson Heron. Damson and Heron. Right. Brilliant. We're getting there. Damons and Heron, yeah, or something like that. Heron, yeah, we'll go with Heron. Sounded grand. Yeah. Good morning. Dams and Heron. We'll start learning Irish next. Then we'll go to Japanese. Right. But anyway, yeah, so we have a bit of stuff to do today. We're going to be flying... we're going to be flying in the Caravan. We're going to be working with OnAir for the cargo missions, right? After that, then, we're going to be taking a look at our VatSim flight for this evening, which I said is going to be LaGuardia over to O'Hare. So we have to plug in all the hardware and the stuff, right? Herring is herring. Wait, herring. Enjoy the stream, lads. Eamon is off travelling around Amsterdam. Come on, Eamon. What's it like out there? You know, so far. Eamon is the advanced party, you know. Yep, that's what the advanced party. He's getting ready for everyone. Although there's a few after arriving there already, right? Guten Morgen, Dams and de Herren. Oh, that sounded better, Roy. Come on, Roy. It's nice and warm, is it? Oh, Jesus, is it? Oh, nice, okay. We won't need the woolly jumper, so. Right. Anyway, we'll do one of these. And we'll come over here. And we're here in the Caravan. Now, we do have our ground power plugged in. So we're not worrying too much about using up all of our fuel, right? So, yeah, we can't see much because, well, it is nighttime. Well, it's early morning, in fact. The sun will be coming up in a while. Quick check on the local time. 7:17 in the morning. So the sun will be coming up here now in just a moment. What we'll do, we'll bring up our Garmin map to give you an idea of where we're going. So we're up the road here at Kilo Sierra Alpha Whiskey. This is Sawyer's and our Marquette Airport. From here, we're going to head out to a place called Washington Island, which is out by the Green Bay National Wildlife Refuge. So we're going to do our first stop there. Then our final stop is going to be over at Kilo India Mike Tango Ford International. We're just out here by Iron Mountain. Right. Stevie B is here. Good morning from a windy and rainy Tenerife. Beat the Janie. Captain Sticky Rice, good to see you. Angry B, good morning. And Monty, welcome in, lads. Hope you're all keeping terribly, terribly well. So that's what our flight plan looks like. Fairly straightforward, but you know, nothing ever straightforward when it comes to us flying. So let's see what we can do here now with buttons. So I want to have a look at flight radar, right? Because I want to have a look at these aircraft. So let me see. Is it KPTX? No, so it's FedEx, right? So FedEx. And I want to have a look at some of their feeders, right? Show the fleet. Now, this is going to be mad. Now, we're looking for the C208 fleet. And what I'm looking for here, not the Charlies, but I'm looking at the Novembers. Is it the last one down here? Let's have a look. November 998, 997, because you actually get one of these liveries in the sim, you see? But look at the age of the airframe. So this one here, November 998, Foxtrot Echo. This aircraft was built in 1988. 1988, lads. And this one actually operating, it's kind of Madison direction, Milwaukee, Marquette. That's where we are now, Iron Mountain. So this particular aircraft is the one we can keep an eye on. And its most recent flight was on the 18th of March. We can go back here and have a look at it and see what they did. So they took off out of Madison. Isn't that where City Planner is bases and stuff? Madison, isn't it? You know. Cara says, be careful. Hectopascals and inches of mercury are mismatching now. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Wash says, Murph, what's that Garmin Pilot? Garmin Pilot is a real-world EFB. You need to subscribe to it, but it's designed for real-world aviation. Now, it's overkill if you're just going to be doing flight sim. It's very good if you're going to do flight simming and real world, because it can track your flights and do all the stuff you need to do. And it gives you like overlays on your screen, like weather and, you know, trip planning and all this sort of jazz, checklists. It's a full EFB. Navigraph is way better value. The reason why I use it, I like to keep an eye on what's going on in the real world as well as what's going on in the sim, because I do think there is, I do think there's some huge advantages to being aware of what's out there. It helps us kind of say to Navigraph, hey, I have an idea. Do you know what I mean? 4Flight, of course, is another EFB, which I imagine is more popular. I used to use 4Flight. I'm trying out Garmin to see what the differences are. It's okay. I mean, it's grand, right? I think 4Flight has the edge. Do you know? But we'll see. Cara says no, it's on the Caravan. All right, okay. Flight Radar Gold sub looks sick. Yeah, it's pretty. It is pretty. It tidies up everything. So this is a normal flight that these aircraft do. Ours is a little bit different. You know, so we're popping out of Marquette. We're going to go down to Washington Island, then go across. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Now let me see. How do I join a group flight? Exclamation point. I'll go on, Stu. Brilliant. You use ForeFlight? Sweet, okay. So this is the current track of aircraft in the world. This is Flight Radar, by the way. It is a free service, but if you subscribe to it, you get extra perks and bits and bobs. So if we wanted to look to see, well, look, is there any feeder vessels from FedEx out and about at the moment, right? So we can go in and we'll identify this, because we'll know by the carrier, right? So if we go back and look at the 208 fleet, is there anything on the map? So the FedEx fleet, we need to get, so it's FedEx FDX, right? So if I type into the screen FDX, this is going to show me all of the live flights at the moment. And what we can see, live flights at the moment, at this time of the day, this is when they do their heavy trunking. So in logistics, I worked in logistics for 20 years. Now granted, we didn't do much on the air side of things, did a little bit. But usually what happens is you have your main trunk flights or vehicles, right? Your trunk movements, that's bulk, usually heavy cargo, and that tends to fly overnight because, you know, factories or shops do their manufacturing or their selling during the day. They transit overnight, and then they go into feeder vessels, and then they go onward out to distribution centres. That's why we're in a feeder vessel today. They could do final line deliveries, depending on where they're going, of course. But usually you'll have the smaller feeder aircraft, especially for the likes of FedEx. DHL operate this as well, as does UPS. All the major carriers do this. The feeder aircraft are used for kind of the hard to reach places. You know, it just wouldn't be realistic putting your freight on trucks, especially if it's time sensitive. Some trucks can operate there, right? But they usually put them on these aircraft, the feeder aircraft. They're way faster. So in an operation like this and the tracking systems like this, like FedEx are massive. They're absolutely huge. DHL are the same. These are the live flights, and then we can see a number of scheduled flights coming up here as well. So looking at all the aircraft, we have 777s, 767s. That's the main fleet. Now what is interesting here as well, a lot of the aircraft that operate for FedEx, and this one in particular, if we were go down and look at this aircraft we were looking at, there's other ones here as well. 38 years, 9er1, 9er89er. We'll go 987. Let's have a look at this guy here, right? So this is a super caravan. The operator, you'll see that they're operated by other airlines because they're subbed out. The work is subbed out. So what you would have, if you had your own airline, for example, or your own aeroplane, you could get you could get a contract with FedEx or one of these lads to fly freight around, and you'd be surprised how competitive that market is, and it depends on the airport you're at as well. There's actually there's private feeder aircraft that operate between Ireland and the UK every night. A number of aircraft tipping across the channel, and they will be in similar aircraft. The Grand Caravan, it's a tried and tested aircraft. Over in Europe, in which we do have them, you would also see the likes of the 406 Caravan doing the work, and you'd also see it then. The odd ATR is doing it. What else do you mainly see cargo? The jets do it, of course, but it's more the it's more the props that do this work. Steiny is here. Good to see you. Hope you're well. So with Flight Radar, this is where you can go in and actually get an idea of, Jesus, this is where the aircraft are operating from. So when you look at the FedEx fleet, in this case, there's 700 aircraft in their fleet, but they don't necessarily own them all directly themselves, right? There's ATP, BAE ATP doing freight. Yeah. So like we have an Airbus A300, we have an ATR, right? 737s, 757s, 767s, 777, Cessna 208, which is their most popular aircraft. They've more Cessna 208s in operation than anything else. They do have a Cessna 408, which is kind of like the upgrade to the 406. They even have a couple of MD-11s. They've 29 of these in service. But as you can see from the airframe, they can, some of the aircraft are brand new, right? If we have a look at this one, this is brand spanking new, a 408 Sky Courier, right? We've no picture of the machine, probably because it's brand new. Let's see now. If we go back into the 408, there's a 408 in the sim, yeah. So this fella, you know. So these are really coming on in terms of replacing the Grand Caravans, because the Sky Courier much larger, and they're more efficient aircraft, more modern avionics, newer airframe, of course, right? But there are some things you'll look at this aircraft and think, you can put Tundra tires on a Grand Caravan. You're kind of limited with these. This is like just smaller than an ATR. Well, a little good bit smaller than an ATR. Yeah, they had an input in this design. Yeah. The only restriction they might have is its capability to get in and out of rough terrain. Do you know what I mean? So the likes of these feeders, these are very popular. Tundra tires can be fitted. They can take off the cargo pod on the bottom and all this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Atlas Air, Cargo Lux, you have massive freight carriers, huge freight carriers. Like, if we just want to only show these guys on the map, so we can filter this map here. Where's my filters? So if I only want to show cargo aircraft, just to give you an idea in the world, this is showing flight radar with all the cargo aircraft operating. These are designated as cargo aircraft, right? You take the cargo out of it and you put passenger in. Well, you know, there's way more passenger traffic than cargo. But looking at our cargo aircraft, this is usually what happens. Stateside, they'll be pulling out there, well, late at night in the US or early morning. You can see there's FedEx, there's tons of FedEx, right? Who's this now? Kalita Air, Cincinnati over to Brussels. You know, here's an Atlas Air. What's he, a 777? 777. Cargo Lux in a 747 heading over to Luxembourg, and Lufthansa are operating there as well. You'll also get some of the main carriers when it comes to passenger transport. You'll also get the likes of, say, Aer Lingus or Ryanair or any of this kind of stuff. They'll carry cargo on board as well, but they tend to deal with kind of local, Unpost or any of these lads. They'll deal with local companies. Depends, of course, on what's happening. Then, if you look up into the, you know, as I said, the hard to reach places, you know, you'd often see Buffalo operating, Buffalo Airways. They're up around the Northwest Territories. They wouldn't be operating at this time. It's in the middle of the morning or middle of the night. But you get the idea, right? So cargo aircraft, ASL, of course. That's a New York to Liège. That's, you know, he's on his arrival, and that's how everything goes on. You know, behind the scenes. You know. I don't think those caravans fly under the FedEx call sign. They'll fly as Morningstar or Mountain. Correct. So they're working as a what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a franchise. So, for example, Morningstar, you know, they'll go to FedEx and say, hey, we operate this route, these are the rates, and FedEx will say, grand, here's a contract for 5 years or whatever, and well, because we're giving you the contract, it's exclusivity and we want our branding on the aircraft. And that's, they agree rates and all this kind of stuff, right? For the aircraft, for the owner or the carrier, this tends to be a great idea. I mean, even putting a livery for the marketing and whatnot, it's either built into the rate or it acts as a contribution to kind of, you know, neutralize any sort of additional costs. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, the 408 has twice the cargo. Yeah. So yeah, it's a cool thing. It's this sort of flying. Again, like, you know, people think about professional pilots and working for airlines. You know, you've cargo or passenger. The cargo stuff, for a lot of the time, would operate some very interesting aircraft, the likes of the 747, the likes of your MDs, and so on. And it's class. You know, 75s, 76s, they're all still. Oh, it's a third, darling. Yes, sorry, it's a third. They operate some pretty cool aircraft, and yeah, it's some of the other ones, like there's a DC-8 flying. Like, there's a freaking Dash 8 still flying. Well, a DC-8. What else do we have? 737 dash. That's a 737-300. Like, you can really find interesting aircraft, and usually you go off the beaten track. This is where you'll find the older airframes. you'll find mad stuff. You know, you'll be saying, Jesus, like DC-3s do some of this work. You know, there's a DC-3 flying now out over South Sudan. No photo of it, but it is a DC-3. Highly likely they got those engines reconfigured in Wisconsin there, up at, what's the name of them? Do you know the lads who do the upgrades for the DC-3? There's a Dash 8, a de Havilland Dash 8. Like, it's mad. You don't see too many DC-3s still flying. Balzer, is it, or one of those? You go to Australia. Australia be fairly modern. Buffalo from Alaska, also retrofit aircraft. I'm not sure. Naughty Gnome is here, good morning. But it's pretty cool when you go exploring the world map with something like Flight Radar, just to see the type of aircraft that are in use as cargo. Look, here's a friggin' 727 in operation out of Buenos Aires. Look at that! The 727 still chomping it. Absolutely great to see. And as I said, somewhere in the States they use vintage aircraft. You might have heard Atlantic Aviation. They use a lot of, or they used to use a lot of vintage aircraft. Here we have a CRJ cargo convariant, right? Crazy stuff. Polder Pilot, good morning, welcome in. But yeah, it's just class. Yeah, there'd be a lot more in Africa. You wouldn't see them with the lack of ADSB, of course. So here's some live flights here with these FedEx feeder fellas. There's a Rockwell Aero Commander. Black Square are working on one of these as well. Can't wait to see that in the sim. But if you have a look here in the map, no way, there's a Shorts in operation flying out of Louisville over to Traverse City. That's awesome. Oh, Home Wrecker, welcome. Jesus, subscribing tier 3 for 6 months in advance. I mean, there's optimism, right? He's sitting there thinking, this Murphy fella, he's going to be grand. Thank you very, very much indeed for that support, you mad thing. Jesus. But isn't it cool the way you go looking around to find these sort of flights? If you're ever stuck for inspiration, go in and have a look at Flight Radar. And not only that, you'll get an idea, depending on what your tier is, but you'll get an idea to say, well, right, look, I found this aircraft, but you can go back and look at their entire route, right? And if you want to go one further, this is what I absolutely love. I'm going to show you something cool here. We'll do it over this neck of the woods. Where is this now? Filters. I'll show you something deadly. We'll go into all aircraft, and you can see military stuff flying around as well. It's friggin' nuts, right? But I want to show you something cool. Let me go into live radar, or no, live ATC. This is friggin' brilliant, right? And this is a free website. It doesn't work everywhere in the world, but it works in most places. If we go into Dublin Airport, for example, right, and town, or what have we got? Ground, tower, approach, and centre. Listen in our browser. Have a listen to this, right? So this is start playing in the background. Turn down VatSim. So that's on 39 Victor, reduce speed 180 knots. 180 knots, just on 39 Victor. So there's Jetstone 30 something. Apron 4 and hold shortly 2. So we're going to zoom in. 4 hold shortly 2. There's heavy traffic push in the south apron, so it'll be a few minutes before I have onwards for you. Standby link 2, take a Romeo. Okay, so we're going to be listening. 33 Tango, monitor tower 118. We're going to listen for Shamrock 105. Because he'll get takeoff clearance shortly. We hope, right? So Shamrock 105, that's an Air Lingus flight. Turn left direct rotate. He's going Dublin to New York. Hey, Filthy, good to see you. Commander Balosh, good to see you. 4680, so this is live, real-world air traffic control, right?
ISR 417, thank you for the taxi. Contact the ground, 121.8.
128, thank you.
So there's an SAS Scandinavian.
Correction, Planet on NX3 Echo. Fire 6 Mike Whiskey, allowed identified on departure, climb, flight level 120. Flight level 120, fly 6 Mike Whiskey. 6 on X-ray, contact Dublin, 121.1 by. 121, Shamrock 6 9 X-ray. This is the Jet 492, contact Dublin, 129, 180.
Now we might get this guy in the right frequency.
118, Jet 492, bye-bye. Confirm, overstated climb, so fly 6 Mike Whiskey. 6 Mike Whiskey, disregard level restriction on the SID, max speed 290 knots when ready.
So we're expecting to hear Shamrock 105.
Flight at Rockabell, we're back inbound to Boy 2 on board. 7 Pascal, Shamrock 6 9 X-ray.
Ryanair 56 Delta, Tango Delta, you have 19 track miles.
Thank you, Ryanair 56 Tango Delta. 27. Sorry, mate, sir, control airspace, number 2000, 1027, will spray 16.
General aviation. So we'll see if we get ground.
80, bye-bye.
40 knots now, contact tower to 4680, just touch me.
Airplane spotting. It's brilliant, isn't it? I wonder will they jump over the tower now?
Ryanair 56 Tango Delta, descend 3,000 feet.
So we're on approach.
3,000 feet, Ryanair 56 Tango Delta.
So he's over here somewhere.
39 Victor, 6 miles, 10 left.
There he is.
Gemstone, 39 Victor, your number 2 to traffic at 2 miles. Consider your approach. Consider your approach, Gemstone, 39 Victor.
There's the gemstone.
See. Scandinavian 51 Juliet, taxi Delta Sierra, Fox Inner, hold a short link for...
So on to ground now. So there's Scandinavia
Okay, Delta Sierra,
51
Fox
Juliet.
Inner, hold short link for Scandinavian 51 Juliet.
Isn't it deadly, isn't it?
0 clear takeoff, bye-bye.
Clear takeoff.
Takeoff, Shamrock 105, sir.
So that was the Shamrock just getting his takeoff clearance.
200 knots for now.
But the reason why I'm showing you this, if you want to learn what goes on with the likes of VatSim and whatnot, this is all for free. It's a great way to learn what's actually done in the real world. And you can hear just how fast they're talking. And the reason why they're talking fast, it's not to kind of confuse you or upset you. The reality is this. A lot of the ATC... Jesus, where's he going? He's very high. He's 30,000 feet, so he's no factor. The reason why they're speaking fast is because it's very predictable. They almost know what's going to be said next, and when they're dealing with that, they're able to rattle things off very quickly. So the Shamrock 105 just got takeoff clearance. If we were to track this flight, we'll hear them on the departure.
Right, heading 070, cleared ILS for approach runway 10 left.
They might get vectored. Chances are they will get vectored. And depending on the station that you're listening to, remember this top-down kind of net that they do.
69 X-ray, reduce speed 220 knots.
220 knots, Shamrock 69 X-ray.
So here's lads coming in.
Pushing the Victor, Shamrock 50 Victor.
So you have a gemstone inbound.
3, right turn November, contact 125.885. Bye-bye.
That was possibly him giving a right turn.
417, monitor tower 118.6. See it.
118.6, see you later, right, sir.
It's dead, isn't it? That was Steiny in the Quasar.
55, just.
So
left, clear land. Clear land was 0 left, just on 39 Victor.
39 Victor, that's this guy just got his landing clearance.
0, reduce speed 180 knots.
I think 170, reduce speed 180 knots. 521 Tango.
So they're now stacking these other aircraft coming in. So there's a Ryanair. He's now turned final. This lad, 21 Tango, is turning final. ATC are slowing him down. And if you heard earlier on, the Aer Lingus 69 X-ray, they've already slowed him down. Do you know what I mean?
Left turn heading 130 cleared. ILS approach runway 10 left. Ryanair 521 Tango.
Yeah, the UK doesn't have this, unfortunately. You can't listen to the UK side of it. Mike, uniform is out for a flight.
Good afternoon, Scandinavian 51 Juliet.
Scandinavian 51 Juliet, hello. Taxi Mike 1, cross runway 16, Whiskey 2.
There he is.
Mike 1, cross 16, Whiskey 2, Scandinavian 51 Juliet.
But like,
112, Niner, that's 180.
you can literally sit in and look at your flight radar, listen to your live ATC, and it really starts building up muscle memory, right? Nerf is saying the only thing I struggle with is picking a call sign. So, and that's one of the easiest things to make a mistake on, right? Whatever you're called at home, whatever your friends call you or your family call you, if you're in a room and someone says, "Da," heads will turn. Jay, was that me? Right? Because it's familiar. So the idea being is your call sign needs to be something familiar that it's instantly recognizable. Someone calls it, it's like calling your name. Murph, yeah? You walk into a room and you call Murph, I'm going to turn around. There could be 10 other Murphs there. I'm going to turn around. So that's what you need to try and do when it comes to picking out your call sign. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just make sure you have it, Just rejoined, is that live audio built into Flight Radar? No. So Petrolhead, there's a website called liveatc.net, and that's where you're getting the live ATC sounds. And you can tune into different towers, different frequencies.
Link 4834, stands.
So this Aer Lingus, he's going to be vectored. He'll probably get a left turn because he's going to JFK.
Time 180 knots till 7 and 165 until 4.
And again, look, that's only one example. We can jump to different airports if we want. For instance, if we come over and look at these, look at the American lads, right? O'Hare maybe, because that's going to be busy. O'Hare is going to be busy. So let me see. KORD, right? KORD, Chicago. Let's go and have a listen. Now, everything's bigger in the States, right? So we have approach for 10 left. Hang on now. Where are these guys landing? Oh, we have a few there. Right. They're on the 10s. So we'll listen to this guy. So here's Chicago O'Hare. 10 right, 28 center. Now, I may not have anyone on the frequency. If they don't, we'll jump to the next one. That's fairly quiet. So we'll go to the next one. 10 right, 28 center. Chicago approach. Usually you'd hear them straight away.
Approach gust 5449, 13-3, cross chain at 12, Golf 300 knots.
Gust 5449, Chicago approach, runway 0 center.
That center is gust 5449.
5449, where's he now? 3469, 5449.
5449.
So 5449, where's he at? Was he inbound? 5449.
American 1223, maintain 210 knots or greater.
210 or greater, American 1223.
But you get the idea, right? It's absolutely
American
brilliant.
1223, maintain 210 knots or greater.
210 or greater, American 1223.
Yeah, 2684, descend and maintain.
Anyway, that's the crack. Flight radar and live ATC.net. Absolutely brilliant. But anyway, oh jeez, it's cold here. We're after freezing up. Right, we're currently on ground power. So what we need to do, we're going to go into OnAir and we're going to start planning some flights. So we're going to go into our freelance dashboard and we're going to look for some cargo ops. If I don't get direct cargo ops, because I want to head down to 2 Papa 2 and then over to Kilo India Mike Tango. That's where we want to go, right? Can you find out why Jets have me delayed? Where are you, Fox? You poor old devil. So we are in a 208 Grand Caravan. We can look for cargo or passenger flights, or indeed we can go off and create our own flight. So we can put in free flight, this will make up our own, or we can select cargo jobs directly from it, right? You have a delay in Luton. Poor old devil. There's lots of delays kind of the world over, do you know? Now, looking at these flights, when it comes to OnAir, yes, they'll do, AI generated or simulated flights, but they're also looking at real world routes as well. They'll do all of these for you, which is deadly. And you can filter this to say, well, hey, look, don't have me operating out of massive airports. Put me into smaller airports, right? OnAir has all the real world schedules and so on. But what we're going to do for this, because I doubt I'm going to find the exact flight I'm looking for, we're going to create our own. So a free flight, right? So we're going to add this in. So our destination on this one, let me see, it's going to be 2 Papa 2. This is our first leg. So it's going to be down to Washington Island, all right? So that's what our flight looks like. We're going to click on fly, and it's going to be about getting our aircraft now up and running, and then let's see how we go, right? We know the weather isn't great, so we're going to have to watch for all of these things. So let us see, friends, let us see. So we're going to say fly now, Sawyer over to Washington, right? Local time 0643. This is our aircraft. Sim brief, not going to worry with that. Aircraft weight and balance, we're going to put 80% into our fuel, right? Because 80% is always a good number. And we're going to put in our destination. So it's going to be 2 Papa 2. Our alternate is going to be Ford. And let's validate all our fuel and weight. So UTC offset, it says 0644 live, 1144 live. Jesus, that scared the life out of me. Me thing came off me wall. Hang on. Jesus. Every time I have a big flag on me wall. Oh, that's hurt every bit of me foot. Jesus. Hang on there now, lads. Nope. Has a fierce habit of coming off all the curse of St. James Street. Wonder can I, nail that? Right. It's now stuck back on. I'm actually dropping some balls. Right, it's okay, lads. I fixed it. Ah, Jesus. Right, your incoming plane is delayed. Oh, no. Right, let's have a look. So, we shall fly now. Boop, boop. And OnAir is going to track all of this flight. It'll maintain, full surveillance over what we're doing. So we're going to click Start Tracking. And that's OnAir saying, right, you're good to go. So we need to now continue with the aircraft itself. As you can see, we have all sorts of problems here with some issues. So what I want to do is get this aircraft up and running, right? So this is where we're currently at. This is our 208. So we're currently on ground power, and it's freezing cold. So we're going to remove the engine covers, pitot covers, the rudder lock, and the wheel chocks. Get all those out of there. We're going to get our doors closed. Now we're currently on ground power. We're going to disengage from that now because I was running everything without it. So we're going to go bus and starter off. Have a look at our engine here. It is cold. Inertial separator is going to be needed. Now, so what we're looking at here, first thing to do, we're going to turn on our fuel tanks. They're both on.
Hello there.
And we're going to check now to make sure our parking brake is set, which it is. Of course, Jay, welcome in, buddy. So what we're going to do, we're going to put our prop full. We're going to make sure that our throttle is idle. And we're going to start up this PT6. Now, to do this, we have to be careful of two things. We need to be careful of a hot start, and we need to be careful of a hung start, right? There's a handy click spot on the handle above the pilot door to close all the doors without the tablet. Is there? Above the door? Oh, look, just there. Handy. Nice one. Conti is here. Good to see you, buddy. You're very welcome aboard. So, what we're going to do, we're going to turn on the battery. Quick check down by our circuit breakers. These are all modelled, so if there was an issue with the aircraft, you just want to check for those, right? Now, what else we want to do? We want to get some power into this machine quickly. So our fuel booster on, ignition 1 can come on, standby power goes on, generator leave it off for the moment, and then we have our starter. So we're going to engage the starter. Inertial separator is on. We're going to engage the starter, and before we touch our fuel, we have to let the NG rise to about 20%, very close to it. Once it stabilizes, you introduce your fuel, then you monitor your ITT, your internal turbine temperature. ITT, it's cold outside, so it shouldn't go too high. It can't go, I think it's 1090 in this, or yeah, 1090. If it goes past that, we're in serious trouble. It'll break. ITT should peak out. We'll probably get 650-ish, right? And then once we see it peak and starts dropping back, we go back over to where our NG, this should be rising. If the NG doesn't continue to rise, it's indicating a hung start. You cut the fuel, you shut it down. Once we get over 50%, that's a safe start, and then we can deactivate the starter or turn off the starter, right? So we'll see what happened. Mac Vision, thank you very much indeed, you legend. Cheers, bud. Right, so let's get this machine started and let's see what happens. So, starter, engage. And we can see our NG starting to rise. Oil pressure's coming up. So far, so good. Let it stable around 20%. That's stable. Fuel on.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Here goes our ITT. 660 is where she peaked. Eyes go to our NG. It's still rising. Up over 50%. That's a good start in the engine. So we go high. Starter off. Reset our generator. And avionics 2 comes online. Excellent. Now it's cold as balls here, so we're going to turn up all our stuff. Now, what else do we want? We have our lights on. And we could get some bleed air heat in here as well. Get the temperature up a bit. And we're going to defrost the cabin. Alright, so we sit tight. That ice should disperse soon. Are you running D-dents on the throttle? You can see it manually, but yeah, you can set your throttle up to do this, absolutely. But I leave mine, we try and just feel for it, Somehow one of your AI pilots destroyed the engines on your Avro or J. It cost you 1.6 million. Ooh, ouch, 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 ouch. The Impossible Face, have a good one, bud. So boot pressure should be good. Prop de-icer, I'm going to put them all on here for the minute. That's all looking good. Temperature is 1 degree inside. Air conditioning, no. Ventilate, no. We do want the temperatures on, though. So turn these fans on full whack. Cabin heat. Put all those on. That temperature is going to start rising rapidly. And this ice should start breaking away shortly. We hope. I think I'm right in doing that. Prop is on auto. Windshield manual. Have I to press and hold that? Because if it's on auto, it'll do it itself. You know what I mean? We'll leave it on auto. Now, fuel boosters go back to normal. And everything else here is looking good. Windshield anti-ice is on. That's what we want. So this should clear in a moment. So we're just allowing the engine and, of course, the cabin to warm up. Now, we don't have passengers back there. We're not overly worried. But we don't want them too cold. If you're carrying, like, perishable goods or whatnot. You know what I mean? Now, you can load cargo with the Caravan. I'm almost certain of it. But because we're using OnAir, it's going to look after the payload for us, right? So, while we're waiting, let the aircraft warm up. We'll go into our flight plan. So we're going to depart out of Sawyer, and our first stop is going to be 2 Papa 2, Washington Island. Enter. It's a direct 2. We'll put on our GPS. Avionics coming alive here. We can also dial in some altitude. We're heading kind of east, so we'll go odd. We'll go 4.5 just to get above the cloud. We'll put in a makey uppy 6461. Outside air temperature is -3 degrees. It's now 10 degrees inside the cabin. It is cold, absolutely. Jay Foot, good to see you. Unstoppable, cheers, buddy. So we're just waiting now for this build-up of ice to kind of shag off. 4 is not ready. Wait, did I say odd? Oh, it should be odd. 5.5. Man, Malky, where would it be without you? What else? Don't need oxygen turned on yet. Air vents. I mean, you can leave them on. But I want to make sure this windshield clears. Little defroster action. Yeah, so we have our defroster on. Bleed is on. Maybe get the temperature up a bit more. Cabin temperature's coming up nicely. Let's have a look at our temperatures here. It is warming. Now, the main AC compressor is on, but we're not going to get that on for heating. Alright. We wait. It's mainly the anti-ice stuff we want, you know? Have you tried scraping it off with a credit card? Anything you have to scrape it off would work. Windshield anti-ice must be off during takeoff and landing. That's important to note. It's in the minuses at the moment. And we do have visual ice building up in the airframe as well. Interesting. It's cold as balls, lads. Better disconnect this ground power unit. And now we just wait. Australia, not many icing incidents, right? Anti-ice all over. Yeah. There's no other heater I'm missing, is there? These are all on. Our prop anti-ice is now off. So that's a good sign. Turn it back on for the moment. And that windshield, I might just hold that to on. Now, it does say it is on, so. That's a lot of ice. Like, it's -2 or -3 outside, but like, you know, with the prop moving and once we warm everything up, it'll start kind of, you know, disappearing. What we'll do, we'll add a bit of power in, nice and gently. Get our prop up the road, up to about, into the green, at 16 or 18. Brakes are going to hold us. And just see if that air is going to help clear the screen a little bit quicker. Cycle the prop here as well. So 3 things happen when we cycle the prop. We're going to see a drop in RPM, an increase in our torque, and then a little drop off of fuel. What flight sim is it? This is Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. And it's only brilliant. Can't do much here at all now until we clear this, you know what I'm saying? I don't even think we can call for, like, you know, an ice truck to give us an out blast. Close the cabin vents, leave it on defrost. Defrost pull, forward cabin push. Let's see what happens. 172 is here, good to see you. There's a defrost pull vent too. That's this guy, isn't it? There's no other defroster that I'm aware of. Cabin heat, firewall shut off. No. Now we can change the temperature outside. That'll fix it instantly, you know. We just gotta change the weather. Bleed heat should be on, that's correct. Aircon is on full whack. Just kind of wait. You have that on your PlayStation, for some reason keep getting stuck in one of the flight lessons. Ooh. Alright, so outside air temperature still in the minus figures. What's that now? Lock override to unlock. Unlock door lock. Jesus. You learn something new. You learn something new. Be lurking. Duke McTavish, good morning. Hope you're well, buddy. Right, so where we are, we have a choice of runways 01 or 19er into Navigraph. Let's have a quick look at where we're going. Alright, so Navigraph, flights departing out of Marquette Sawyer. Let's have a look to see what's our best runway here. 01. So it's going to be taxi down to the south. We'll do that. So we'll taxi down on Alpha. So ahead to the right. Can't see much out the screen, but sure, let's see what happens. Off the brakes. And we'll start rolling. Little bit of beta. The ice is starting to go there now. We should be okay. -1 in California. Temps are already 23 degrees. No way. Set the de-icing pump to max. Oh, she's on full blast there now. Windshield anti-ice is still on, so we should be alright. I say that, you know, with compelling conviction. Well, Ace Ventura, you know, set the de-ice to max. She's on max. Prop is auto, boot pressure, everything's on max, you know. Manual says the cabin air distributor pull handle to be pushed towards forward cabin position. The defrost cabin pull handle must be pulled away. Yeah, that's what we have. No, we'll be grand. This will clear. It's just taking a little bit of a moment. It froze absolutely something fierce, didn't it? Interesting. Flaps. Flight controls. And we'll rumble over to Alpha here. Oh, I wouldn't say it's a bug. I mean, it's using ice modeling. That should have cleared a little bit quicker in my mind, but maybe not. 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how much ice buildup there is. You know what I mean? It depends a lot on the aircraft. A little bit about it. And let's check it out. Turn the heat on. The heat is on! Good song, actually. The heat is on. Man, what a cool looking machine. Yeah, the icing in the same. Well, it's not too bad. This will break off now after a while. Where Murphy is going, he doesn't need to see. I agree. All right, down here by Alpha 1. Easy now, she could be slippy. Alright. So we're going to get ourselves lined up here in the runway. Voltage low. I think that's a bug. Like when our RPMs drop in beta, we're getting a low voltage. I say it's a bug, but I don't know. I know you can't run beta for more than, I think it's 60 seconds. But yeah, we'll see. Alright. Alright, got ourselves lined up. Cold morning for sure. Right, let's just double check everything here now. We can't have the windshield heater on. Deboot pressure. Boot pressure should be good. Prop auto manual, that's good. Pedo static, that's all grand. Right, for takeoff, there it is. Windows are cleared. Look at that. Right, are we ready, sports fans? So, power coming in. Watch your torque. And there's the takeoff power. Airspeed alive. 60 knots. There's 80 knots. Yepsy daisy. Positive rate of climb. And indicating. We'll fly the runway heading, get a bit of altitude here. Not too worried about the trims just yet. Once them flaps go in, we'll worry about it then. Flaps in. There's the nose dropping. Alright. Autopilot. 5,500 is what we want. Climbing 1,000 feet a minute. We'll go heading mode. And that's a decent climb out. Beautiful. Okay, takeoff is looking good. Takeoff power is good. ITT is hot as balls, but we're okay. Cabin temperature now 31. Cool the jets here, Murph. And give it a bit of ventilation there. Nurse and separator can stay on for the moment. Have a look here. Is there any FOD? Still 5%, so there's still bits of... There's 20% now, look. Chunks of ice and snow and all this kind of stuff. Alright, decent climb out. And we'll start making a right turn. Into the clouds you go. Right turn over to 090. As we continue to climb, we'll come down and let me see. Windshield to put it back on. Prop, we're going to leave it on auto. And boot pressure as well. Easy does it. So there's our heading, roughly 090. Do another right turn now over to 180 degrees. There it should be. Speed is good, power is good. Your SimCFI, good to see you, buddy. We find it unrealistic because we're in a hurry to go flying, but really think about how long in your car with your windshield is frozen. Yeah. But the anti-ice, in most aircraft, the anti-ice systems on airplanes are way more effective than your car. Way more. Your car doesn't have anti-ice. It has a defroster. You know what I mean? Plus, you like everything, allow the engine warm up. So it's a little bit different. Jays, look at the views. Beautiful. Right, there's 4,500. We've got 1,000 to go. And we're going to come over here and arm our nav mode. Nav is armed. We will pick up that magenta line in a little bit. Up through the cloud layer. That should be the end of any sort of owl moisture. I'll keep everything on auto. Okay, at this stage we can probably close our inertial separator. Yeah. So in order to do this, watch your torque. As soon as we close it, we're going to get more torque. So we'll close it now. You have 2 red lines. You have to take off the red line and then don't exceed. We'll hold it there. And once we reach our cruise, which is pretty much now, we're going to watch for our speed. Have to keep an eye on our ITT temperature here as well. The prop governor should hold. We'll bring it back a smidgen ourselves. That's fairly good. Temperatures and pressures are all good. Fuel, little bit of an imbalance, but we're good. Torque is alright. Airspeed is alright. And everything else is looking good. Small course correction, get ourselves onto that magenta line. Hey, Srampus here, good to see you. Welcome in, buddy. This is pretty. Gorgeous. Beautiful sunrise. Look at that, man. So our first stop, it's down at Washington Island. It isn't far. About a half an hour from here, give or take. Is it even that much? No, it's about 20 minutes from here. In a lot of places, you know, the ground crews would de-ice the plane. They'd have it heating up. In a lot of places. Okay, torque, ITT, everything here looks fine. We will pick up our magenta line. Hey, we're looking good. It's a beautiful day for flying, friends. A beautiful day. Bit of tunage. Hey, Chiller Pilot, good to see you. Yeah, it's a great plane. Great plane. Good morning, Ed. Hope you're well. We probably need to apply a little bit of rudder trim. She doesn't seem to be sitting straight, does it? She's not far off it though. Little bit of trim. Man, that's pretty. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, all sorts of weather coming up to us now. Weather radar, tilt you up. Do we have any precip coming in? I don't know why we have this stab off. We need to get rid of that. There's no precip, we just have clouds, so let's see what happens. Got a cataract surgery last Friday, going great. Great to hear, buddy. Summoner, welcome in. Criminator, welcome in. Right. We'll see now as you start picking up more ice here, because it's after getting actually a little bit warmer. So we're after catching our magenta line now. Oh, this is nice, man. Look at this. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. A bit of sunshine coming onto the panel here now. It's going to be a left turn. And a quick check. We're pretty good. We're pretty good. So depending on your flying, you could be limited by torque or you could be limited by ITT. In this case, ITT is going to get us, especially at this altitude. So we're okay. We'll just ramble on. Caravan, yeah, so good, isn't it? It's so good. Beautiful. So 188 knots indicated, and let me see. We're following our GPS track. With 13 minutes to go. It's very pretty out there, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Stunning. Absolutely stunning, isn't it? You can't bait the L Cargo Ops and the L Caravan, I'm telling you. Beautiful machine. We had a tunage this morning. There we go. There's Midlife Rex. We got Shanks with us. Speedy Pro, Angry Bee, Fierce Wolf, Airwolf is with us. Eric is with us. Febro is with us. Vulcan is back there. Looking good. Oh, the weather has instantly changed. You gotta love it, Sim. You gotta love it. Any precip? No, we're okay. Man, look at the lighting there. We got some ships out in the water. Now, Murph, says Gibbo, you're not to pack the hair gel, gloves, Crocs, Hawaiian shirts and poses of me, okay? How are you, Gibbo? I've no packing done yet. I need to get me packing done. Jesus. I don't need much hair gel these days, to be fair. You know, Sumner says, will you be doing any streaming from FS Weekend? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll do a stream on Saturday. Seems to need a good bit of right roll trim in cruise. Rudder trim, yeah. I think we're okay. She's right. Well, hang on, a bit of. We're not sitting perfectly. So, in order to get our trim done correctly, we trim toward the ball, right? So, we want this little ball right in the middle. It's called stepping on the ball. We'll apply a bit of rudder trim here. Now I've rudder trim bound to one of my controls, or you can get it manually from down here. That's fairly okay. Our fuel situation. We've more in the left tank, so we're going to turn off the right tank for the moment. And try and just get that balance back. 24 degrees in the cabin. It's nice and toasty. Want to play games and post it, but I only have an Xbox and PlayStation. You can still do that stuff on a console. You need aileron trim and hand flying? Interesting. Muttley, a very good afternoon. Alright, so Washington Island. Let's have a look. I wonder will we get airporting from... Oh, we will. Okay, so runway 14. Winds are calm here. Let's have a quick look. Marginal VF4. Winds 3403 knots. We'll circle around and aim for 32. Turf. Interesting. Right, so we're going to aim for runway 32. All right, all right. This is pretty. The trimming is solid as hell, Murph. Yeah. The autocorrect. Oh, look at the views. Look at the state of that. That's gorgeous, man. Early morning flight here. So we got Washington Island straight out ahead of us. Continue on this course. The slagging that was done this morning, Adam, it was absolutely terrible. James, you wouldn't want to have emotions around them two lads, you know. Hope you're well, buddy. Captain Marmot, good morning. 4-hour flight from Manila to Tokyo. Ooh. Yeah, there was a fierce bit of slagging done this morning. Jays, and wait till you hear tomorrow in the airport when we're in... Well, we won't slag each other when we're in person. It's always better to talk behind someone's back. Yeah, right? Did you find your passport? You're going to need that. You know, that's important. Right. Fair bit of ship traffic here, isn't there? This is all done by seafront simulations. We'll be sick to death of each other by the time we land. That's where we're headed. Who's this now? This is Corner, good to see you. How could I stream from my camera to my phone? You can stream direct from the PlayStation or the Xbox, I think. I'm almost certain you can. Passport is sorted. Run yourself. See, we can't talk behind each other's back when we're sitting beside each other on the plane. Oh, that's right, yeah. We'll be talking beside ourselves. Ah, brilliant. Just, I can't wait. In 24 hours' time, we're going to be getting airborne. Right, blasting off out of Dublin, probably on the 10s. It's going to be great. Best behaviour, you know. No messing at all. Are we getting breakfast somewhere? How long is the flight for FS weekend? Now we're 1 hour 40, I think. Yeah, an hour and 40. Every time I go to start up the Caravan, the engine condition is at 0, even though it was 100 when I shut it down. That's interesting. It's a lovely day today. It is. It's actually really nice in Ireland. It's 14 degrees now in Ireland. Best behaviour is overrated. No, best behaviour now would be, you know, would be 4 young gentlemen, best behaviour, very good, you know, manners and stuff. J-Foot says breakfast sounds amazing right now. Breakfast in Dublin Airport is crap though. It's overpriced and it's terribly rubbery. Do you know? You have a Canon camera. Well, that could work. Would not request a cockpit visit. He'll do his usual thing of telling the pilot when he boards. Now, I've got a couple of 1,000 hours on FlightSim if you need a hand. I do that all the time, you know. Young, yeah, that boat has sailed. Shag off, Malky! You thought it was in the US? No, that's FS Expo. Which FlightSim tee will you be wearing for the flight? Nerf, that's a very good question. I might wear the Casement Aerodrome one. You know, I'll see. I love that one. I might wear the Airbus one as well. I don't know, I'll see. Uncle Nicky, good to see you. Just discovered DCS, can't wait to try it later. Question, any ideas of trying it yourself, or have you, or any plans to stream it? I've done a little bit with DCS, Nicky. It's alright. It requires a lot of brain power to get the control set up. Murph, how much is the plane? You can get it as a bundle for like 57 or 58. I would get the bundle. It's well worth it. Do you think I can use a Canon camera connect to a live stream from that? You'd need some sort of an interface like OBS or something. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if your camera will connect to your consoles. So, you know, you're possibly looking at a PC to be able to do it for you. Waiting for the train in Kildare back to Newbridge. It was a course today. Ooh, nice. Have I been to KCLT? Where's that again? KCLT. In the sim, probably, yeah. So we're going to overfly the airport. We're going to keep this on heading mode now. And in terms of altitude, we can drop this guy. Let's go down to 2,500 feet. And we'll start dropping it down, start bringing that power back. Nice and easy. You don't have a PC. You're going to be limited then with a camera. I mean, you can certainly stream your game, right? But without a camera or without a PC, you're going to be limited. Unless you have, like, a camera that will work natively with PlayStation. There are cameras that do it. Landing lights are all okay. We're 24 degrees inside here. That's okay. Yeah, we're okay. Everything's grand. Charlotte International. Yeah, we've flown there before. Yeah. I want to live stream in real life. Nice. Alright, speed is looking good. We're descending. There's Rex. We can see the airport. Lights be flashing. We'll enter left. Easy now. It's going to be kind of tricky seeing this from the air. Washington Island. Easy. We continue our descent. Sounds are so good on this, aren't they? Beautiful. Right. Lights are on. Altitude's coming down nicely. Ease off some more speed. And we'll go for that inertial separator. Let's see what happens. Yeah, unstoppable. No, like your best thing is just use your phone. I mean, you can live stream from your phone. You know? Let me see. Matic, good to see you, buddy. Good morning from Texas. Welcome aboard. You're all packed now. Flight lands 50 minutes after use by the looks of a Murph. Oh, jeez, it's nice. No, you know, I haven't packed yet. It'll be... I don't know what it'll be. Briller Gaming, thank you very much indeed for the gifted sub. Cheers, buddy. 1,000 to go. The weather has changed. We should be able to see the airport a bit better. Ish. There it is. That's typical. The airport's covered in snow, look. Yeah, I need to, what have I to pack? Jocks and socks. You'll have plenty of time packing in the morning, right? I'm leaving at 6:30. And we've a long flight tonight. Who came up with all these ideas? Naughty. 5 t-shirts, spare trousers and some jocks and socks. That's all. 5 t-shirts. I'll need a t-shirt for Friday and Friday night. Saturday and Saturday night. And so, oh yeah, look at that. 5 t-shirts. Good man. Yeah. I'll have a jeans. And I'll probably have a pair of jocks, because, you know, I'm terribly messy. I'll, like, spill food or drink or something on me trousers, so... I don't like wearing trousers. You know, well, it's cold for... I wear joggings in the house, you know, but usually it's shorts. Is that an AN225 in the background? It is. Yes, it is. All right, level off here. Watch the speed. All right, autopilot. Good luck to you. Let's start rolling her in. Fuel... Keep it on the left tank. Speed is coming down. Not to flaps. Keep that rate of descent going. We'll keep turning in. Same, wearing jeans and spare jeans too. Yeah. Who here is excited about the Lego DC3? It looks deadly, doesn't it? Alright, keep her turning. Keep her turning. Second notch of flaps. Easy. Easy. I can't actually see. Oh, I can.
Read 00 at 8 knots.
Thank you, OnAir. 8 knots. Flight Sim Max, Mr. Murphy, you are now a well-known, successful businessman. You're expected to wear very fancy trousers. Oh, Jesus. Excellent, good to see you. Won't make it this year? That's too bad, bud. Seeing this add-on makes me nostalgic for the 208s I flew for AirNet out of Memphis. No way, man. That's awesome. Okay, so prop full, conditions okay, throttle's okay, flaps are set. Let's ease our way in. Are you bringing shoes, Naughty, or like is it just runners or trainers? Do I have the compound mod? Yes. No, I think you can share what you have. Other people can see it then. Successful businessmen never wear trousers. Just trainers. Easy now. Speed is good. Height is good. If you go somewhere that needs shoes, I'm out. Easy now. Easy. Easy. Okay, watch for the flare. Jesus, we are on turf. They weren't messing, were they? Power to idle. And watch for the touchdown. Mind the flare. Into beta. There's decel. On the brakes. Out of beta. Flaps in. And we'll taxi on the old rough. It's a mad runway this, isn't it? There's footwear other than runners, right? Easy now. Alright, clear the runway. Lads coming in, looking good. It'd be bumpy. What's the speed? And we'll ramble over to here. Alright, that'll do her. Jeez, look at the ground here. Bloody hell. Alright, power idle. Park and brake set. And let's have a look. Fuel imbalances all over the... well, actually not too bad on the ground. Right, let us have a look here. We'll worry about all that in a moment. We'll go avionics off. And let me see. Go ahead and bring your power back.
Engine off, time log. The flight is finished. It has been monitored by OnAir.
Excellent. Battery off. Standby battery off. How do we still have power? There we go. Right, there we go. Successful first flight. Brilliant. Let's get ourselves unloaded here. Pop the chocks in. Wasn't that only deadly? What a machine, man. Isn't it freaking gorgeous? Let me see here now. Speed race, slow down more and pitch the nose higher, maybe. Is Shannon in Ireland? Yes, yes it is. Alright, let's have a look from OnAir. How did we do? So, landing rate, not too bad. Landing speed, not too bad. Taxi speed, not exceeded. That looks good. Let's look at the actual record. We got 97.6%. Didn't like our landing. Our speed... too fast, maybe? Too fast. Everything else is bang on, though. So, that was our takeoff. Our taxi, our takeoff, roll to the right, straight down, picked up our magenta line around here, and then it was straight out then over to Washington Island. Oh no, that was very nice, wasn't it? So, sorry, OnAir, come back in. Jesus, come back in here to me. Jesus, I didn't know you can do that. Fancy with the screen. Right, we'll go back one here. We're going to OK this. So we got a reputation increase, safety bonus, comfort bonus, aircraft handling bonus, soft landing bonus. Just all the bonuses. Brilliant. Let's OK that. This is all now added into our online career with OnAir. Reputation increase level 5. No skill points yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Also, when it comes to our industry, we do have an FBO, River Bend Ranch. That's the one all the way up in Canada, or is it Alaska? And we now have fuel on site there as well. Brilliant. Great stuff. There's also Carrick and Shannon. There is. I went to the Jacks and I forgot I took loads of vitamins this morning. Jesus. Yeah. You like Boeing and Airbus? Don't prefer one over the other? Wish you could take a full flight without a CTD in this thing. Is it only this thing you're having it? The Angie. Follow Ryanair 4315. Robbie Emmy over to Shannon. Yes. There's a Shannon in the USA, is there? Alright, okay. Right, I'm looking at my time. That's going to conclude our on-air flight, because what I want to do now is do our prep for our VatSim flight this evening, right? So we'll resume this flight on another date, because we only have half the leg done. But yeah, we need to get cracking for our planage, because I have to pack, lads, right? And then we're streaming again a little bit later on. So that's the plan. So what we're going to do now, we'll exit out of here, right? And we're going to have a brief of our flight for our flight for this evening. So let me see, group. Let's go in here and have a look. So a couple of things we need to do. Thursday, next flight, LaGuardia over to O'Hare. Brilliant, right? So let me see. Sim brief routing is there. We'll go ahead and open that. Arrival. Yeah, I don't know. I think the paid O'Hare isn't great. Departure scenery, I have that. This week is our first legendary leg, suggested by community member Cornwolf and it's a brilliant one. The route from LaGuardia to New York, or in New York, over to O'Hare in Chicago, is the very journey at the heart of the 1987 comedy classic Planes, Trains and Automobile. In the film, Steve Martin's Neil Page is desperately trying to get home to Chicago for Thanksgiving, and what should be a simple flight turns into an epic cross-country disaster. For us, though, the skies will hopefully be a little bit kinder. It's a busy domestic corridor cutting across the northeastern United States and into the Midwest, with hopefully plenty of traffic, ATC, and the satisfaction of completing in 2 hours what took Neil Page the best part of 3 days. The scenes showing Plane in the Storm is actually recycled footage from the 1980s movie Airplane from the movie. And the film is a brisk 92 minutes, a good length for a comedy, but the original cut of the director John Hughes wanted it over 4 hours long based on a 145-page script that he wrote. Over 600,000 feet of film was shot for the movie. Most of it ended up on the cutting room floor. That's mad, right? Mad. I haven't mentioned it yet, idle cut off. No, not yet. Right, so that's our flight. We have our sim brief routing. We'll go into Venture Sky here now to go in and check on the weather. So we're over this neck of the woods. So we're going to be taking off out of LaGuardia. Let's look at our temperatures for this evening. So 6 to 8 degrees, and we'll be landing with 16 degrees, 10 to 16 degrees. Nice. The wind situation in New York, they're expecting the winds coming up from the southwest. Southerly winds, right? And by the time we're landing then over to Chicago, they're going to be coming in from the northeast. This could be interesting. Wind gusts, no, not so much worried about wind gusts. Wind speed at our cruising altitude, give or take, will be the Janie. So when we leave New York, we're battling a headwind. And then it gets frightening by the time we get over to Chicago. But at that stage, we're going to be descending. So it's a headwind along the way. That's what we're looking for. Now, cloud cover. So out of New York, it's going to be patchy. And by the time we get to Chicago, there is a band of weather moving in. We actually have this front moving in. What's the story there? Look. We're not too bad. There is a bit of weather moving across, though. Now, the main thing to worry about is going to be precip. So, New York should be dry. There's snow up to the north there, northern Ontario. As we ramble in towards Chicago, though, we're not expecting anything major. You might get a bit of fog, right? James Waters, good to see you, James. So, that's kind of where we're at in terms of the weather. There is a bit of a front there we'll need to watch for. Thunderstorms shouldn't get. They're going to be south of us down towards St. Louis. Humidity... 90%. Air pressure. So we're going to be leaving New York at 1,009 probably, and then over to Chicago, something similar. Here's another front. So that's where the pressures change. So we'll have high pressure and low pressure, and then high pressure. So there's a low pressure front moving across. That's why you're getting all that kind of cloud and stuff. Then you have lovely high pressure down here. Right. Okay. So that's the weather. Next up is going to be sim brief. So we're Firefly 235, and we're going to be flying in an Airbus A320. And this one is going to be with the IAE engine configuration. Block time 2 hours 25. We're on the coast departure. There's no SID here, which is interesting. Should that be right? That looks right. If we're departing out of runway 13. Huh. Naughty, should there be a SID here, no? The first waypoint in your route doesn't connect with any SIDs. Alright. So it's a non-standard departure. Alright, fair enough. We'll do that. We do have a star though. We're on the Windy 3. Is it Windy 3? Windy 3 arrival, 28 right. Flying Trits is here. Good to see you. Photos by Kev, welcome in. Vectors on takeoff. Right. Okay, that's the first job. Now it gets mad because this is not an ordinary flight. We use a lot of hardware for this, right? So, allow myself to, oh jeez, I'm after making that not bigger. How did you do that? My control has a knot in it. Hang on. Jesus. Now. Oh, Jesus. I'm pressing buttons in the background. Control. I've made that like just incredibly worse. Hang on now. If we do one of these, one of those. Yes. Right, back to where we started. How do I fix this mess? Do one of those. Yes, I fixed it. Right. There's me controls fixed. Now, friends, this is where it all gets. You know, have I up? Is Airac out yet? Scammer in Discord. Scammer in Discord. We love an old scammer. Where's this now? Let's have a look. Is he in the Bremen bar? A fella called Fenton. Now, Fenton, do you know what you can do, Fenton? Good man. Previous hour. Good luck to you. Fenton has been removed. I think I got in there ahead of Muse. Your Airac just updated as well. Right, okay. Well, then we better go off and update our Airac data. Now, we're on 2603. Right, well, then hang on. We'll exit out, right? And we'll open up all our Navigraph stuff. So I'll do it on the FMS data manager for me X-Plane stuff, and sure, we'll do it over here in Navigraph Hub. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all my nav data coming in for X-Plane. We'll just wait for the sim to shut down. Sign in. Go. Approve. Thank you. Now let's have a look. So yeah, there's tons of updates there. So we need to let the sim shut down properly. The sim will auto update itself. Should do. Muse nailed him, did he? Brilliant. Sean Game, thank you very much indeed. Cheers, buddy. What a legend. Cheers, man. Right, let me see. 2024 update. There's our main updates. Now we'll grab the CRJs, grab the iFly. We'll update the F28. We'll update the T6. We'll update our PMDGs. The MD11. Boz, that's all 20. You're such a muppet, Merv. I was in 2020. Right, we'll update 24, look. Update. The iFly takes ages to update. They're all looking good. Updating the CRJ. Well, that's doing that. I need to grab some stuff. So here's a shelf. We need a shelf. And this is where we start putting our stuff in. Let's see here now. I've wires gone under here, so I need to remove those. Right? Them out the way. And we are going to pop this little dude in there. Something like that. And tighten it up. Let's see here now, lads. Jesus. So these are these Amazon shelf thingies that I use. They're very, very good. Very, very good. Right? So this is going to allow me to use all my wind control hardware. Oh, Jesus. You do need to have these fierce tight now, lads. Fierce tight. So one of those. And two of these. Yep, because if it's any way loose, it'll break. You know what I mean? Now, down into the lower drawer. We shall take our MCDU and leave him sitting on the table just here. Something like that. He lives there. Next, we have our wind control Orion, or not Orion, do you hear me? Our wind control, now hang on. I use Velcro on these. Does that fit there? Looks okay. It's fairly tight like a tiger. They go there. Bit of dust. Can't have dust on the equipment. Do you know what I mean? Right, put that there. Nearly done now. We need one of these. And we'll do one of those. This is great crack, isn't it? What the things you'd be doing. Right, you need to mount on here. Oh Lord, he'll get the polish out in a min. You better believe it. You know, lot to be said for that wood polish. You know. Now, let's mount all this equipment. It does look terrible bad when I'm like. That's why I didn't turn on the other camera, because it looks like I'm up to something when I'm not. You know. But yeah, it's a few minutes and it completely transforms my space. Like, that's fairly solid. That goes in there. You go there. Yes. I think that's everything I use, isn't it? So we have the wing control Ursa Minor stick. We have the wing control throttle for Airbus, right? And then we have the wing control MCDU. So that's all our hardware, lads, that we shall be using. So that's the first bit of the jigsaw. The second bit of the jigsaw is I have to plug it all in. So let me see. You need to go down there. You come up over here. Hang on now. I should have thought of this before I did it. Put up. You come down. Hit the ground. Hit the ground. There you go. You go there. There. And you go there. Right, so cables and things to plug into. Under the desk we go. Takes ages. Don't update the MD11. I know it. Like, it'll do it. It's just slow, you know. Update. Okay, now we're plugging stuff in. Doo-doo. And we're plugging more stuff in. Where are you? Doo-doo. And then we're going to plug even more stuff in. I have a handy little connection underneath my desk. Helmet, Murph. Right, remember the last time? I think you knocked the mouse and moved the iFly. Uh-oh. Hang on there now. I have a little gadget. I have Velcro stickers under the table then that catches this stuff. Why is that a sticker on its own? Oh, jeez. Jesus. How did that happen? What was that for? Interesting. No, that's not right. Where's the... There it is. Is it? Right, okay. We're looking good. Cables go up out of the way, so we don't need to see those. Cables go up here. Now, MCDU, remove before flight. Now, do you know what I need for here? Look. Because I used these last week and they were brilliant. Bit of blue tack. A bit of blue tack. And we're just going to mount this gadget. So, if I look at... I want to put them in there, we say. Right? One there. And there. Now we're threshing. Right, how are we looking? They're all done. Outside of the sim. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. They're all up to date. Close that. We're looking good. Right, we're looking good. Okay, close. We're going to go into our SimApp Pro. And I just want to make sure that our hardware is doing what it should be doing, right? Because we need to test all this stuff. Let's go into this gadget because we need to put it onto the single stroke double shaft. Yeah, you see? That sounds good. Looks good. All right. And let us go ahead and fire up the sim again. Yeah, that's what it's called. Don't blame me for the names, lads. Don't blame me for the names. Right, so I'll show you this now. Oh, Jesus. Right, hang on. I need to just tidy up some cables here. We like living in a world of a cable tidy free zone. Jesus. Where's this now? Right, so that goes there. And this lad should be just tucked up out of the way. There. Right. Down. If I grab my phone, I suppose. If we do our phone with this could work, couldn't it? So if I say, let me see, if I say screen share onto this, right? Hang on now, lads, hang on now. If we do one of those, and if I stop this guy screen sharing, we should get the phone up on this. Apple TV. Huh. Maverick, please. Left-hand job. Yes, what could possibly go wrong? I'm telling you. So if we do one of these, right? And do I have it set up right? I do. Right. So shaky hands camera. This is now what we're working with. So here is our Ursa Minor, right? So that now lives on a shelf, as you can see. That's the little shelf thingamajig that we've put into play, right? And what we have basically there, it just keeps all of this rock solid. It doesn't move. It doesn't budge, right? Across then, we move across. We have more things. Then we have this gadget. And this, of course, is the throttle. And that too is on a shelf. It's mounted on these shelves, so you can see where I can kind of put all the stuff in, you see. You know what I mean? And then behind that, we have this remove before flight that Gibbo made me. And that is our MCDU. Ooh and ah. I'm actually forgetting one very important part. Balls. Hang on, we'll put that up there, look. It's looking at me, fan. I'm actually forgetting one very important part. I do always forget this. The friggin' the main gadget, lads. Now, don't drop this, you muppet. I'm actually pressing the button. Now. Hang on. Oh, I think I needed blue tack for that as well, didn't I? Ah, now. Hey, Cornwolf is here. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're well. Welcome aboard. Right, so I just want to fix this gadget. And fix that gadget. Yes. Yes, something like that will do. And we'll be putting this gadget, tie it, and riot. Why is that off? Jesus. Hang on now. Did that move? No. That's where you need it. Right, hang on now. Get in under, you divil you. Yes. Yeah. Bing! That gives us the Airbus FCU unit. Ooh, you know, and we do have the Boeing one, but that's for the Boeing, you see. Have you got a link for those shells? You'll just find them on Amazon. They don't sell them everywhere, 777, so you just need to kind of find something half similar. You know what I mean? Because I can give you a link, but it won't be available. So just do a search for them. But they're dead handy, look. They're just shells that like mount in. See the mount? And they work on, they work on like a little hinge system. So if you need to, you can like, I'm not going to try it now because it'll pull cables, but like you can literally drop that unit down. They're dead handy. Very, very good. Especially when it comes to like, you don't want to be constantly changing your space. You know what I mean? So I find them to be absolutely brilliant. And then you just look at... now, the other thing, this is where all my wires are going, look. Jesus, look at the wires back here. But this is me little USB buska thingy, look. It looks terribly untidy, but I can assure you it works well. You know. Naughty, take it easy, buddy. I need to tidy up all them wires back there, look. Jesus, that's terrible. Didn't even know that was going on, look. That's terrible sad, isn't it? But you can't see them, so it looks lovely. With me Crocs. And then over this neck of the woods... Well, you've seen all this before. That looks untidy there, but I know where everything is. And then we have the new, that's the Mac. And that's where I do look. That's the camera in which I do look. See? And there's me rig that I have stuff on, and that's the big flag that fell. All the stuff we show, lads. I'm mad. And I have another TV in there. With lights and all the jazz. I haven't set any of that up properly yet. And then I have new speakers, or not new, they're old, but they live up there. And then I have my wall clock. Do 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 do. Under the big Egypt sign. Out of sight, out of mind. Exactly. So that look how nice it is outside. Look, Jesus lads, hang on. It's a summer's day out here now. Look, now. A summer's day outside. Yeah. Here's the cat. I imagine this works walking around my house, doesn't it? Oh, I think it does. But anyway, so there's all our setup. Isn't it only brilliant? Oof. We'll turn that off. Right, so that worked a charm. Now what do I have to do? What are these? I'm turning this guy back on. Thought I was having a house tour. Right, your creative space is chaos compared to the rest of your gaff. It is. Right, is that working? It is. Alrighty then. The things we do, friends, the things we do. Right, get in here. Yes. And now we need to start planning up for our flight this evening. So, free flight. Just like through the keyhole, is what they call it. Why did that turn off? Oh. At least Murph didn't show us where the magic happens. The downstairs jacks. Yeah, it's grand now, you know. Now that's not working. It is working. Right, grand. Okay, Airbus. Thank you, Sumner. Thank you. What are we in? An A32. And IAEs. Balls. Which one was it? The SL or the WL? The SL, wasn't it? Right. And we're going to start off at LaGuardia. LaGuardia. Is this custom scenery? I think it is. It should be. It is. Where are we starting off from? Gate 23 medium. Oh, this is going to be heavy on frames. Not a towel inside. Alright, let's see what happens here, lads. We'll keep it on live, sure. Oh yeah, me sim is going to be screaming at us doing this. According to the log, Murph got there before me by a fraction of it. Yeah, the shame. Muse fan, the shame. I was quicker than you banning your man Fenton. Yup, the garden. Now, I hope this is all configured and set up correctly. We'll find out together, lads. Let's clear this flight. And roads and borders. Right. Let us see what happens. Okay. Airbus things. Throttle. Excellent. I don't need to do anything. Right. Now, let me see. Flight controls. Left is right. Right is left. Flaps. Speed brakes. The bindings sound good. Engines are off. Ignition is off. Lovely hurdling. Right. What do you want to do here now? Set ourselves up for a VatSim flight. Oh, do you hear the pop? Right. Into settings. We're going to go... give me all the frames. We're going to come down here, turn off displacement mapping. Not going to need it. Save and resume. How is this game for newbies? There's a bit of a curve to it, Ulysses, but you know, you can get there, buddy. You can get there. Okay, so quick check here. Let's come up here. Okay, so we have our ground power is available. Get some batteries on. And fire up. Go ahead and get our logo lights on, wing lights on, emergency signs, adheres, and pumps. Some nice lighting. Well, that's good. Now this could be this could be interesting. Let me see here now. So for tonight's flight, we're actually going to be using Navigraph. So let me see, into Navigraph, please. This is the new tablet I got. I got an iPad 11th gen for €215. Brand new shampoo. Isn't that mad? Absolutely mad. Right, now we're going to be stateside. Just getting some lights turned on in here. And I want to make sure that all my buttons are working. You know what I mean? Floodlights, no. Integrated lights, yes. Okay, so systems are coming up. And we want to go back into our flight planning. So into SimBrief. So we're saying this all looks good to us. We're going to generate this flight. And then we can pull this in directly then from SimBrief. What about the MacBook Pro? Yeah, I have it. It's there beside me, Roy. Great bit of kit. So I'll be bringing that to New Zealand with me. I'm muting you, Murph. I'm on approach to Innsbruck in the 320 and I don't want your warnings to put you off. Pull up. Pull up. Terrain ahead. 500. Be grand, Stu. Don't worry about it. Glide slope. Glide slope. 200. Brilliant. Anyway, right, there's a flight. Yes. And we'll import said flight. There should be. That's all looking good in the parish, and I can use all this gear now. Right, so we're going to go into our ATSU AOC menu, flight initialize. Go ahead and grab it. And while we're waiting for that to happen, flight controls have all been tested, so that's good. We better go off and do a tour of the airport to make sure that all our scenery has loaded in. This is LaGuardia. There's New York City over there. Look at the state of this. So our plan, import the flight from SimBrief. Runway 13 is our departure. Which means we're going to be down this neck of the woods. Jesus, we're going to be down this neck of the woods, right? So runway 13. What about the throttle call out, right? What size is the iPad? It's a standard iPad, so what is it, 10 or 11 inches? Like, it's a standard iPad, the cheapest iPad you can get. But the difference from the 10th generation iPad, which I was using, versus the 11th generation, there's more RAM and there's twice the storage. It was a no-brainer, like, it was a no-brainer. And to be honest, the iPad I technically upgraded to was for my son's iPad. He was using my old one, which was a 5th gen iPad, which in today's terms just are rubbish. So the upgrade he's after getting, I gave him the 10th gen and I went with the 11th gen. They're pretty much the same iPad. This one has more storage, which for flying and maps and all this kind of jazz, better, you know. Is this max graphics? Doesn't look like the vids I've been seeing. Yeah, we'll give it a minute. It is max graphics. We're very close to it. Live time, live weather. We're just going to circle around here to make sure that our scenery is loaded correctly, right? And there's no mad things. We're looking good. They do have that runway runoff area. That basically, it's floating. That basically works as quicksand, right? It's designed to like stop the aircraft. Now, you just want to make sure that there's not two sceneries loaded up here. There's no default for LaGuardia, should there not? I don't think so. Roy, have a look at that onbuy.com. Onbuy.com. It's frightening how cheap the stuff was. €215. You go to the Apple store, they're about 350, 400 quid. It's crazy. And it's a genuine Apple. Alright. So LaGuardia works. Man, look at that skyline with New York in the background. Beautiful. So because we're not on a star, yes we are, because we're not on a SID, this is very much going to be do what we're told by ATC. Isn't it? I think it is. I think it is. So back to the aircraft. Let's come back down here. Map not available. That's okay. Let's go into our FMGC. GPS primary lost. Let's go to init. Let's go to init request. And we're just making sure that all our hardware is working. In addition to all of this, let us fire up vPilot, right? vPilot, and we need to go into here and look at what is it, VatSim radar? It was a joke. You already have 3 of them. You see, I'm only after getting that now, Roy. Oops. Lenny is here. Good to see you. Sunjammer, hope you're well, bud. Sorry, Roy. Yes, you have an absolute ton of them. Brilliant. Right. Let's see what's going to happen here. Where is this now? Navigraph. Flights. Unload. We're going to import now directly from SimBrief. Here is our VatSim radar. We're going to move this guy across. We're sitting here at LaGuardia. There is an aircraft already in the area, but not where we are. So we should be able to connect to the network. A320. Connected to the server. Okay. So while we're sitting here, well, let's have a look. So we're going to be flying. We'll want one of these. Blank paper. Now, if I did this, it shouldn't matter because I can do it from my tablet. Right. So here we are at the airport. So we're going to be taxiing to runway 13. So yeah, there's a couple of high-speed areas here. So we'll probably get pushed. It'll be Papa, and then 13. Right. Non-standard departure. So Coat is our first waypoint. Then we're all the way across, and let's start looking at this OrNav arrival. So this is the Windy 3 arrival. Windy, Chicago, makes sense. Are we coming in by Flint, is it? So we're coming in from K's. Here's K's. So we're coming in this way. Fairly straightforward. Radar required. Jody, Bitter, Galt, and Costello. Okay, so if we're aiming for what runway? 28 right. An approach. ILS runway 28 right. From Vulgar or Final? See, now there's an OrNav there as well. From Windy 3. ILS 27. It's given us 28. Is that right? Two eight right. Maybe we should check the real world ATIS. Yeah. Like it's liable to check. We're like flight radar, Murph. Flight radar. Like we're not heading over there until later on. Like. So, they're actually coming in the opposite direction at the moment. They're coming in on the 10s. You know? Volga gives you a longer line on the ND, but you usually get vectors to an intercept. Tim Dog, man yourself. Right, so if we're looking at Volga, let's see here now. So we're going to be coming in this way. This doesn't look right to me though. This the windy 3. Yeah, I'm not mad on this. Hang on a second. I wonder, can we change this? This might be better. Samov? No, that's not great actually. Otherwise we're coming up this way. That's not going to make a lot of sense either. Like there's the windy 3 heading in. Maybe it is, I don't know. Alright. Expect vectors when landing west. From windy on track. Landing, right? They don't have our runway there, you see. Oh no, they do. Expect radar vectors to final approach. So they want us to go as far as Banff. Huh. So does that mean they're going to fly us out this way and then vector us possibly from Banff? That could be right. Or they might turn us here. Yeah, expect vectors. So what's that? Well, they give us the ILS. So if we were to do an ILS onto final. Where's Volgar? That's miles out. Well, it could be Volgar. We'll call it final and see what happens, right? Because they'll probably send us this way. No, they won't. They have to send us this way. And that's a missed approach. I'm kind of guessing until we know what we're doing. But either way, if we're planning 28 right, the important thing is, once we have an idea of that missed approach, our star is fairly straightforward. We're coming in from the Flintfield War down past Kays. We will more than likely get a vector. If we don't get a vector, there's nothing to say later on we can't cut down this way and just do a direct in. Like, there's nothing to say we can't do that. But certainly looking at the flow, landing west, expect vectors to final approach course after Pappy. So once you get down as far as here, then they could give us a vector. So they could give us a left turn 180, you know, they could left turn 180 degrees, right? It's unlikely they're going to, you know, they'll spin us around the entire airport. They might. There's no speed restrictions here that I can see. So what's our planned altitude here? 6,000? So down to about 6,000. Bretton, good to see you, buddy. Welcome aboard. 25 months, man. Jesus. By the way, in case the name wasn't clear, you now have a holiday destination locked in. Brilliant. Dude, it's great to see you. Hope you're well, man. Yeah, we're heading into FS weekend tomorrow. Will be fun. They'll send you west if you're coming in on the north arrival, then fly over your home time. Or they fly over your home all the time. Ah, okay. You've moved. It's been a faff. Are you now... KMCO, is that where you are now? Brilliant. Jesus. I mean, the weather's nicer, right? Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. Great to see you, man. Will you be at Expo this year? A bit warmer, yeah. Chuck, yeah, so... Okay, so we'll just get vector from here. Pappy. Expect landing west, expect radar vectors to final approach course after you get to Pappy, you know. If Katie has something to do with it, yeah, right? I imagine Katie would be going to Expo. She's going to she's going to FS weekend. So yeah, looking forward to catching up, man. Okay, the missed approach if it all goes south will be Climb to 1100 feet, climbing left, turn to 4000 feet on a heading of 215, inbound on the DPA via war on the radial 082. And then we hold. DPA is DuPage. Alright. Yeah, I think, Chewy's bringing her, yeah. Hey, Wexford Hurler, good to see you. Welcome in. Glide slope is going to be at 3 degrees. Or if it's going to be at Willett, it'll be a 4.7. So if we do get turned, I'm just trying to visualize this flight in my head. If, for the sheer crack of it, if they, at Pappy, give us a left turn, let's call it 180 degrees, at Willett, well, if we're at Adam, it's going to, or a Dame, it's going to be at 3 degrees. But if they bring us into Willett, our glide slope is actually going to be a lot steeper. It's going to be 4.7. See that? So just watch that. It'll be a steeper approach. Do you know what I mean? AJ, good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Decision altitude is going to be 851. Elevation of the airfield, 680. Alright, so a Dame is going to be a 10-mile DME. Willett, 4.5 miles. Oh wait, hang on. So we've glide slope here 4 degrees. So we don't, we've 3 degrees. And then we have depending on the speeds and so on, right? So what's this then? Map at 0.3, 4.7. Is that the distance then? Map at D03. Hang on, we're doing some learning. So it ain't Jesus. It isn't a steeper descent at all. I'm talking out the back of me arse. Where is this now? Map at D0.3. So, if I'm reading this correctly, this is your missed approach point. Is that correct? 4.7 DME. So 4.5 is at Willett. So here is your missed approach point. Right. Brooksy, welcome in. Your beard needs a trim. You're starting to look like Santa. It's been years growing. We're getting there finally, you know. 4.7 DME, so that's your missed approach point. Right. Okay. That's why we do this stuff now, so I don't have like a Murphy moment later on going, what? Right. Do you know? Show chart and overlay? No. Okie dokie. I'm happy enough-ish. No, that's the wrong button completely. I'm happy enough-ish. The main thing is the hardware is working as it should. Right? Everything's working. So that's a big happy days. The right stick doesn't move. That's interesting. So it knows we're just controlling the left stick. Alright. Let us go to Chicago and load in and see what it looks like. Very jealous of everyone attending F this weekend. Looking forward to it. It's just a timing chart from Millet to the missed approach point given the speeds. Ah, okay. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that, buddy. If you don't always see it, well, it depends how much flying you're doing, you know. But if you don't always see it, it can easily catch you out. Where am I checking going now? We're going to Chicago, look. Over to O'Hare. So I think this is the default Asoba one. I hope this one's alright. Jesus, there's a whole pile of nothing. Oh, there we go. This is a handcrafted airport. I'm expecting this to be alright. 28 right. So if we're coming in this way, we'll be... What's that? Cargo. We'll be going over here. Gate 23? There's no gate 23, look. Horses in there now. And let's load into Chicago. It's okay, but there isn't a scenery where the taxis match the chart. Oh dear, really? You're in Chicago and the weather sucks? The Windy City. Alright, so the scenery doesn't match the charts. I'm not overly worried. Go by your charts, you know? Do. Okay. Let's go exploring. Hey, Columba. What's with all the friggin' gates? Some of them don't even meet the... Right. Like, if people looking for double jetways and, like, we still need to, like, get the single jetways, like, hello? Right? Jesus. Brooks, you just got the Phoenix. Oh, dude, it's so good. So good. These are GSX jetways. Some of them are okay, but some of them are, like, completely shagged. O'Hare is a friggin' massive airport. I've flown in here a couple of times. It's huge, enormous. Coming in over the lake, it's beautiful. Right, so this is our landing runway, 28 right. I mean, you know. Look at the amount of shagging runways. There's 6 of them. There's 6 of them all in the one direction. 6! What do they want that many runways for? Jeez, we'll see now. You've been there a couple of times. It used to be 8. Really? Okay. So when we land, we're hoping to park over this neck of the woods here, look. Over by the Hilton. Right. Let's do our due diligence and figuring out where everything is. So that's coming in over the lake. There is Chicago down there. Is it? Oh, Chicago is bigger than that. Look at the size of this airport, lads. This is absolutely insane big. Look. It's basically 3 airports thrown in together. You know, Murph, where do you put the ILS frequency into? Will it how much? In the Airbus should be automatic. We can put it into the nav page if you need to. Yeah, it's the US after all. Isn't it mad? It's huge. Absolutely huge. The Windy City. Just give the there's 8 runways. We're just giving the sim a chance to load up all this photogrammetry, so hopefully we don't get many stutters this evening. Think of it as a way to kind of, you know, preload the cache. It's actually quite nice. This is live timing, right? It's actually quite nice here. Ah, Chicago. Chicago, of course, means a Wales. Oh wait, we've mixed field. Hang on. Oh wait. Didn't Asobo put this in as default? We've mixed field. This is gone. You know. Good luck in the cup. So this must be the Asobo version. Ah. That's awesome. Jesus, if that doesn't give you memories for every flight sim. All the boats. Ah, that's pretty cool. And then in over Chicago. It's a big old city this, isn't it? Jesus. Isn't there like the old firehouse or something after the big well, didn't the whole The whole city burned down and there was like one building left. It's a big white building, but it's not like super high. Where is that now? If there's photogrammetry, we'll definitely see it. The water tower, that's what it is. Yeah, there's a water tower here somewhere. It's up this way. The Windy City, lads. I would love to visit Chicago. I will do it in some time in my life because I'm going to do Route 66. But I would love to visit Chicago. The Hancock building is, as in Chicago legal. The Hancock building. Hang on, I'll just go to that now. Where's the Hancock building? North, go the other way. North. No. Wait, is that the Hancock building? The tall black one in the distance. It's the building with the double antennas. This fella. Right, so where's the water tower? Down here somewhere, you said. Oh, there it is there, look. Ah, brilliant. Yes. Oh, Jesus. There it is, in the melted apocalypse that we're in. There's the water tower. That's deadly, isn't it? The Sears Tower, Hancock is the second tallest. Gotcha. Chicago. I want to go to Chicago. Look how nice it looks. I mean, come on out with it, would you? Absolutely gorgeous is Chicago. Just need to watch for the old stutters, you know.
Hello there.
Captain Azores, welcome in. Yeah, Chicago, yeah. Beautiful, isn't it? Right, so that's our little homework done. You know, making sure the scenery loads in without any stutters. We'll head around back up towards the airport. Which is, you know, over here. Is it? That's DuPage. There's O'Hare. They have a par 3 golf course downtown. No way, man. Come on down, Murphy. We'll set you up with the best deep dish you've ever had. And when you say deep dish, better not be fishing that. You know, we don't like fish. Not the fish have ever done anything bad to me. I mean, I don't like them as a species. It's not like I don't like them as a species. I don't like eating them. You know. And it's not because, like, I'm like, oh, the poor fishies. It's just they taste rank and they smell. But yeah. And I think people who eat fish need to have some serious life choices, decisions. Steak over land. That's how I like my meat. But anyway. I just don't like fish enough. I eat tuna the odd time. That's the only bit of fish I can eat. Tuna in like sunflower oil and a sambo or something. That's about it. Pizza. Oh, pizza, yeah. Sounds like Murph hasn't had good fish. Not mad on fish at all, yeah. Best pizza is in Chicago. Here's a fashion outlets of Chicago. I like the way they keep the signage kind of simple. You know what I mean? Bloody hell, lads. Look at the size of this airport. I cannot wait for this flight. This is going to be this will be good. But I do concur about the steak. Yes, steak the best. How come your buildings look that great? Most of the time mine are like World War III has started. Fibro? I don't know, man. I expect the fish feel the same way about you, Merv. You know, he's rank and he smells. Yeah, I'd well believe it. Brilliant. So this is the default Asobo Chicago. It's going to be fine. I'm not worried about it. I could buy another scenery, but nah. I bought LaGuardia, so I think the Asobo one is good enough. They nearly have the river painted green for Paddy's Day. It's not far off green, in fairness. Oh man, I want to go to Chicago. Look at it, man. All that's still there, but they got rid of Meigs Field, so all this area is still there. Chicago. And of course, you have the musical, amongst other things. Brilliant. Denver International is big. Oh yeah, Denver's freaking nuts altogether. Love the sounds, man. Isn't it so immersive? So immersive. There used to be a landmark. There is landmarks for this. You can get the Sam Scene one. I think Orbex did one here as well, didn't they? I've used Chicago as the backdrop to one of my intro videos. This sort of crack, look. In actual fact, I can recreate it here by pressing some buttons. Where is it now? No. 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 Where is it? The one I wanted is gone. I thought I had it in there somewhere. Right? Brilliant. Oh man, I'm looking forward to this. Flying an A320 left-handed with all our wind control gear. This is going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Right, lads, that's going to do it. I need to go off now and pack for my trip for tomorrow. So we're back to you at 2000 Zulu time, about 6.5 hours time from this point. And yeah. You excited? I'm terribly excited. What could possibly go wrong? I'll end up packing all the wrong stuff, waiting to see. But thank you all so very, very much indeed for tuning in for today's stream. We flew the Caravan with OnAir, and we're somewhat briefed for our long flight tonight on the VatSim network. Kick-off to that one will be at 2000 Zulu. Looking forward to seeing you all there. So, have an awesome day. Whatever it is you get up to, see you in a few hours. Good luck to you. Over there. Oh, sweet something is going on! Jesus! Medic! Oh. There's nothing to look at this big Jesus. Oh, Jesus. There's nothing to see. No. There's nothing to see at all. This, lads. Look at the state of this. Touchdown! Nicely done. Beautiful. Don't panic. Just hope for the best, Murphy. Oh, Jesus! Don't end in it. All fear and terrible. Yep. Oh.
Banking. Up.
Shh. Did you see what happened to Matty Lonesome? Oh, that was brilliant. Did you see him? Matty, are you okay? Are you okay, Matty? Oh, Jesus.